Well, we've gotten word this morning that the Jamar Clark case will not be going to a grand jury, and that is very welcome news. Grand juries have at their root a secrecy that is unacceptable to us. What happens in those grand jury sessions is it's just the prosecutor and witnesses, and there's nobody to play an adversarial role or anything like that, so that these cases, grand juries have historically, throughout the entire history of the state of Minnesota, always cleared police officers.
So you've been lobbying against presenting the case to the grand jury?
Yes, I've been lobbying against that very hard,
and
as have
so your
other
reaction
people. And I could not be more happy. I'm very pleased about it. Hopefully the county attorney is going to do exactly what we asked from the very beginning, which is to directly charge those officers. We haven't seen anything about the investigation. Even though the investigation's wrapped up, all of the various agencies have refused to release that data. We've had a data request in since November for the investigatory information. Hasn't been released yet. We don't know the outcome of the investigation, but at this point, it appears that the attorney is going to, the county attorney is going to directly charge those officers.
The tapes have not been released. The video has not been released.
That's correct.
Okay, and the investigative trauma, is this the BCA proceedings that nothing has been published about what they found?
Well, there would be at least two investigations, likely three. The first would be an internal investigation by the Minneapolis Police Department. The second would be the BCA investigation, and of course there is a federal investigation as well. But the first two, the internal police department investigation and the BCA investigation, are public data once those investigations have been concluded. We're told they've been concluded, but we can't seem to get the data. We're still working on that. It's also welcome news to us that the Hennepin County prosecutor has announced that no police cases will go to a grand jury. We're very gratified to hear that. What needs to happen next is a state law that prohibits that from happening anywhere, because literally we went back and looked as far back as we could find in history, and not a single police officer had ever been indicted through a grand jury process in the state of Minnesota.
What's your chance of a state law?
I think probably not very good this session because it's a short session, but I know that we have plans to bring it up at the next section. Not yet, but we're working on it. One of the big things we're working on that isn't a case is we will now have on the November ballot in Minneapolis an amendment to require police officers to carry their own professional liability insurance. We've gathered enough signatures. It's definitely going to be on the ballot. People are going to be seeing that, and it's a wonderful plan because the city could pay the base rate for the insurance, so all officers would have great insurance coverage. I don't know if people saw that just yesterday the city voted to deny coverage to an officer named Blaine Lehner who had been discharged for reasons that we don't know about, but in a case regarding him kicking a handcuffed suspect in the face while he was
Has the
handcuffed.
city council acted on the, or do they have to act on the
Well, it was the way
issue?
it was the city council can avoid it as long as they want to, but now that it is going to be on the ballot, it will be the people that actually decide.
The city council has not taken action on it.
No, they have not, and we knew that they wouldn't, which is why we went the route of getting the support of the community to get this referendum on the ballot.